Meet the men who set the world's greatest rabbit in motion.
I'm pleased to make your acquaintance, kid. Hello.
What's Up, Doc? A salute to Bugs Bunny, a TNT original production. Next. We proudly present a TNT original motion picture.
Since the beginning of time, man has pondered the great mysteries of life.
What's up, Doc?
One question has continued to baffle even our greatest thinkers.
What's up, Doc?
Now, for the first time, the answer to this puzzling question. What's up, Doc? A salute to Bugs Bunny. It all started in Hollywood, the 1930s, a time when a movie studio's success depended on its stable of stars. Of course, over at Walt Disney's, the stars were a stable. Every other studio was green with envy, and Warner Brothers was no exception.
The first cartoon we ever made was called Sinking in the Bathtub. And it had Tiptoe Through the Tulips in it. This was 1930.
This is Bosco. Okay, so he's no Mickey Mouse, but he did get Warner started. However, things didn't really start hopping until producer Leon Schlesinger hired a bunch of young animators, guys with new, loony ideas.
We didn't think of ourselves as being anything but having fun, enjoying making the pictures, and getting paid not as much as we would have liked to have been paid, but we took it out by doing experimenting.
For these experiments, Leon Schlesinger gave them a separate bungalow on the Warner lot.
We sat in this funny, dilapidated little wooden building, but we decided that we weren't actually maybe alone. We thought maybe there might be thousands of little termites throughout the wood in the building. So right then and there, we decided to call it Termite Terrace.
It was a cozy little place. The boys there, of course, we were all young. There, we were given full reign of what we wanted to do. Leon Schlesinger, a great boss. If we made a good picture, he would say, well, give me another one like it. If we made a dog, why, he said, don't ever do it again.
Termite Terrace became the birthplace of a loony new style in animation.
Just giving my bosses a plug. I've got an Upton coming up.
The cartoons that we designed were never designed, in our minds, for children. Mark, we made them for ourselves, really.
You telling me?
Still, no one could touch that mouse. Then the boys of Termite Terrace started fooling around with a rabbit character. Everything began to click. And when director Tex Avery put him in the 1940 cartoon A Wild Hare, well, it was the birth of a superstar and the beginning of Bugs Bunny. His look and personality are just starting to come together here in A Wild Hare, the first official Bugs Bunny cartoon.
We will return to the TNT original What's Up, Doc in a moment.
Whoa! What's that?
Pontiac GTO.
Yeah. And that one?
69 Firebird.
You're getting good at this.
Hey, Dad, there's a Grand Am coupe. I bet it's got a 5-seat and 150 horsepower, like our sedan.
Are you a Pontiac man or what?
Yeah, and I'm going to drop a Grand Am.
Really? Which one?
A fast one.
That's my boy. Of course, I'll have to talk to your mom about this.
I'll talk to her.
6 wheels to burn up the road. Scorcher 6x6, incredibly hot. Radio control, rechargeable 9.6V turbo power. Scorcher 9.6V and 6V jet turbo. Battery pack required, each sold separately. Tyco's RC, maximum heat.
Here's another fashion flag for Fashion Magic. Make real fashion jewelry and make waves. Do the ring thing. Turn a backpack into a fashion pack with Fashion Magic. See you next time.
Fashion Magic makes real jewelry. 6 sets sold separately.
What do you want from a high-powered blaster?
Balls. More balls. Thunderstrike 20. 20 rapid-fire shots. No waiting, no pumping.
Balls. More balls. Thunderstrike 20. Only from Tyco. Batteries not included.
This is Fred. Fred got fleas.
Please on Fred.
I'm shaking. I'm itching. Help me, please.
Please on Fred.
Get all your fleas in your flea bag first, and
Please on Fred.
batteries not included from Tyco.
Let me give you a few hints where you can find Bugs Bunny. Need another clue?
Getting warmer.
The Webbits on TNT. Bugs Bunny's All-Stars, weekdays at 6:30 and 10:30 a.m. on TNT Toon.
See how it was done. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Special TNT edition, Saturday, November 19th.
Welcome to the newest face dealer in the Pacific Northwest, Western Emporium.
We've got Champion, Longhorn, and Billy Cook saddles all in stock. Plus, we're adding the newest line of crate saddles and a full line of Champion tack. Western Emporium has Western art, rustic log furniture, and of course, everything for your horse, from custom-made horse blankets to health and grooming products from Horse Guard.
The best prices and best people. That's what you'll find at Western Emporium.
Join us for our grand reopening now at our new location next to John's in Battleground.
And now, the story of freezing beauty.
So once in a faraway pool joint, this red-headed gum-smacking waitress who all the cowboys called Beauty because everyone else was a double-bagger was hauling a tray very near to the snooker table when this jealous fairy from Seattle waves a magic thermometer and puts her in a deep freeze. So 100 years later, this cook named Yorgie walks into the freezer for some head cheese. When he sees Beauty, they're all bug-eyed and blue. So he plants a wet one on her cheek and swipes her beer, which is turned into a new ice-brewed, cold-filtered Rainier Ice thanks to the fairy. And so he falls in love with the beer, her being so frigid and all. The end.
New Rainier Ice, the beer from here.
And now back to the TNT original, What's Up, Doc?
Yes, now, what's cooking, Lolly?
Bugs Bunny was on the road to stardom. And these are his proud parents, the staff of Leon Schlesinger's Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies. Like all good parents, they instilled in Bugs a code of proper behavior.
Pick up pie. Roger. Your pie, sir.
And a respect for authority.
Stick 'em up, or I'll blow your brains out.
Well, maybe not. But what do you want from guys who act like this?
What unique characters.
What they did give Bugs would make him a star. Bob Clampett was among those who contributed gag ideas for the first rabbit picture, Porky's Hare Hunt. One appears inspired by a minor actor from It Happened One Night. Another seems borrowed from a little-known comedian.
Of course, you know this means war. Of course, you know that this means war.
I'm going to go fool.
In his next cartoons, the rabbit was a little too hyper, sort of Daffy Duck in a bunny suit. Until director Chuck Jones got him to chill out for Elmer's Candid Camera.
Please, sir. Gosh, I don't even know the guy.
Next, director Tex Avery nailed his character, a street-smart wise guy who never lost his cool.
Can you imagine anybody acting like that?
They showed me a picture of this little rabbit. They said he's a tough little stinker, and we need a tough voice for him. So I figured, which is the funniest, which is the toughest, the Brooklyn or the Bronx? So I put the two of them together.
And that's how Bugs Bunny came out, Doc.
Calling people Doc was part of the lingo from Tex Avery's high school days in Dallas. Bugs' name didn't come as easy. Although an early model sheet used by director Bugs Hardaway was labeled Bugs' Bunny, it would be another 2 years before the boys of Termite Terrace officially named their wascally weapon. Finally, Robert McKimson gave him the full glamour treatment in this 1943 model sheet. In just a few short years, the boys of Termite Terrace had turned a little gray rabbit into a big Hollywood star.
Whoop, pardon me, wrong costume.
Once a star, there was no stopping Bugs. In 1947, he hobnobbed with other Hollywood giants in director Friz Freeling's Slick Hair. Now that Bugs was a star, his creators tried to outdo themselves with each cartoon.
Some guys just can't take it, see?
They even took on Disney in their own version of the classic Fantasia. Like its inspiration, the 1943 cartoon, A Corny Concerto, was set to classical music, only Elmer Fudd had any dialogue. In fact, it's the first and last time Elmer had the final word in any of Bugs's cartoons.
Greetings, music lovers. First, we will hear a waltz, written by Johann Strauss. And as we hear the rhythmic strains of the haunting refrain, listen to the whip-wing rhythm of the woodwinds as it rolls around and around, and it comes out here. Wasn't that lovely? And now we will present the beautiful Blue Danube.
We will return to the TNT original What's Up, Doc in a moment. Triple Wheels, the radio control car with a triple wheel design that lets you race flat out, upside down, or even go vertical. Rechargeable 6-speed jet turbo speed. New Triple Wheels. Battery pack required, sold separately. Tyco RC, maximum heat.
Here's another fashion flash for Fashion Magic. Make real fashion jewelry and make waves. Do the ring thing. Turn a backpack into a fashion pack with Fashion Magic. See you next time.
Fashion Magic makes real jewelry. 6 sets sold separately.
The new radio-controlled Python with rechargeable 6-speed jet turbo speed and a radio-controlled surprise that they'll never expect. 6-speed jet turbo Python. Battery pack required, each sold separately. Tyco RC, maximum heat.
This is Fred. Fred got fleas.
Please on Fred.
I'm shaking. I'm itching. Help me, please.
Please on Fred.
Get all your fleas in your flea bag first and...
Please on Fred.
Batteries not included from Tyco. What do you want from a high-powered blaster?
Balls! More balls! Thunder Strike 20. 20 rapid-fire shots. No waiting, no pumping.
Balls! More balls! Thunder Strike 20. Only from Tyco. Batteries not included.
I love my newborn Nancy. She needs some help from me.
She's really sucking her thumb.
Bottle thumb or pacifier. She loves all three. I care for my newborn Nancy, 'cause that's what mommies do.
It's the hottest, the fastest, the ultimate weapon against crime, Viper. Now you're behind the wheel, fighting the war against crime with Viper Electric Racing. Supercharged action chasing villains. You're hot on their trail. Watch out, they pulled a U-turn. Race after them into the tunnel. You're closing in. Now, cut them off. Spin your car into a quick U-turn. And you've got them. With Viper Electric Racing, you rule the streets. Viper Electric Racing, new from Tyco.
Tuesday night NBA scouting report. The Cavs must find a way to break down the 7-foot, 255-pound blocking machine that is a key. Rockets, Cavs, Tuesday at 8 on TNT.
The greatest love story in the Bible, Jacob, premieres December 4th on TNT.
It's high-flying, freestyle Mexican wrestling. IWC and AAA presents Lucha Libre. When worlds collide, legendary Hero Aguayo vows to destroy former friend Conan in a steel cage match. When IWC and AAA present Lucha Libre. When worlds collide. Sunday, November 6th, live and only on pay-per-view.
And now, Simple Simon met an Iceman.
So, once upon a time in Boise, this starving artist named Simon was going to the art fair when he meets this guy selling Rainier ice. So Simon says to the Iceman, "Pray let me have your ware." So the Iceman says to Simon, "My ware, it's the only pair I got, man. How about a Rainier ice for $1 and a penny?" And Simon says, "Look, Jack, I haven't any." So the Iceman says, "It's ice brewed, cold filtered." So Simon whips out his painting of dogs playing poker, and the Iceman says, "No wonder you're starving." So Simon throws in 2 unicorns and a happy clown on velvet, and they call it even. The end.
New Rainier Ice, the beer from here.
And now back to the TNT original, What's Up, Doc?
When Bugs Bunny climbed up the rabbit hole, Warner Brothers Cartoons entered its golden age. For most of the staff, the paychecks were nothing to write home about. But there was a spirit, a vitality that found its way into the cartoons and made it a hell of a fun place to work. Of course, Mr. Hollywood Star could now get away with anything, especially when directed by Tex Avery and Bob Clampett.
Funny situation, ain't it?
One thing about Tex Avery, he wasn't looking to be another Walt Disney. To Tex, cute was just a 4-letter word.
I attempted to do things that Disney wouldn't dare to do. What I'm getting at is exaggeration in films. Wild takes.
Oh, well.
Distorted fairy tales.
Now, what's all this about a turtle beating a rabbit? Why, you measly little shriveled-up dope.
Some of Tex's gags were so good, they became Warner cartoon trademarks.
Hey, Red, just a minute. Let's wait till these people here get seated, and we'll go on with this thing.
I started playing with the audience. I wanted them aware that they were out there, and I knew they were out there. The asides to the audience, a la the old melodrama, I started that.
Tourist big hair? Why, these spooky guys don't know what they're talking about. Like a big bunch of joints. Now you ought to know. I work for them.
When Tex moved over to MGM in 1942, most of his staff was taken over by Bob Clampett.
Termite Terrace was a wonderful moment because it was an opportunity to do something completely original. It was a new hope.
talk to them all through the picture.
All actors like directors who stretch their talent. Bob insisted upon it. Bugs learned how to handle sick jokes.
Gruesome, isn't it?
Tasteless jokes. Even inside jokes.
I used to make some of the sound effects, both verbally, such as the... And I used to do it better. It was more like... It still doesn't sound like it.
Bob Clampett and Tex Avery pushed Bugs to see just how far he could go. Their anything-for-a-laugh style helped put the loony in Looney Tunes. And with Bugs, it was there to stay. Exaggeration, wild takes, audience asides, Tex Avery trademarks that brought out the best of Bugs in the 1941 cartoon, The Heckling Hare. Whenever Bob Clampett directed Bugs, he'd encourage everyone to come up with the wildest gags.
You naughty, naughty boy.
No matter how far out they got, no one could say, oh, no. Like all Bugs' directors, Bob found the word no hazardous to the health of creative people and rabbits.
Smart boy.
Just before Bob left Warner's in 1946, he had one last idea for Bugs that no one said no to.
We will return to the TNT original What's Up, Doc in a moment.
The greatest Christmas cartoon ever, The Grinch. TNT shows you how it was done with host Phil Hartman.
Only on TNT.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas special TNT edition premieres Saturday, November 19th.
Dr. Dreadful here, and this is the Dr. Dreadful Drink Lab. Makes lots of gross things that taste great. Magic liquid and care for a putrid potion.
Tasty.
Here, have a squirmy worm. Now Dr. Dreadful's grossest goodie.
Monster Wars. Excellent.
The Dr. Dreadful Drink Lab makes gobs of gross things again and again. Batteries not included. It's totally...
It's beautiful. The Talking Valley Dollhouse. I'm home. Hi, Mom. Let's watch cartoons. Hey, Tom. The Talking Valley Dollhouse.
The family says hundreds of things, and their conversations change when you move them onto different magic discs.
Hi, Jen. Let's play with Baby.
Okay, Daddy.
There's so much to play with in the Talking Family Dollhouse.
Telephone. Be right there.
The new Talking Family Dollhouse comes complete with talking family and furniture. Batteries not included.
Two extreme racers slingshot around the sun, slamming into star speed in your extreme racing, where speed is a must and gravity is optional. On the wall, extreme racing puts you in a high-speed intergalactic race. Two extreme racers blast from Space Station 9 at full speed, gun it through the loop, but ease into those plasma curves or lose control. Be first through the satellites and you win. Gravity-defying competition on the wall, extreme electric racing, new from Tyco.
This is Fred. Fred got fleas.
Please on Fred. I'm shaking. I'm itching. Help me, please. Please on Fred.
Get all your fleas in your flea bag first and...
Please on Fred.
Batteries not included from Tyco.
I love my newborn Nancy. She needs some help from me.
She's really sucking her thumb.
Bottle thumb or pacifier. She loves all three. I care for my newborn Nancy, 'cause that's what mommies do.
Tuesday night. Rock, Cash, Tuesday at 8 on TNT.
Just what exactly is TNT's Susabration? It's every Dr. Seuss special there is, running through the entire month.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
A cat in a hat.
It's also Phil Hartman, hosting a behind-the-drawing board look at Dr. Seuss' most beloved creation.
Absolutely, positively, exclusively on TNT.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas, special TNT edition. Plus, it's a world premiere movie about Dr. Seuss with a who's whoville of stars.
Oh, the places you'll go.
TNT's all new In Search of Dr. Seuss. It's a Seuss-abrational month that only TNT could bring together. Check your local listings for Dr. Seuss specials on TNT. And let the Seuss-abration begin. And now back to the TNT original, What's Up, Doc?
1945 was a great year for Bugs Bunny.
Look at that critter! What a scalawag!
Bugs was now the #1 cartoon star in America and Warner Brothers' busiest actor. 30 films in 5 years. Hopping wildly from picture to picture did take its toll. But long before Hollywood had veterinary shrinks, director Chuck Jones was analyzing Bugs.
I'm primarily concerned with character. I'm primarily concerned with not what Bugs Bunny is, but who he is, and to get inside of what he is and feeling from my viewpoint.
Chuck prescribed some guidelines for Bugs.
We always started with Bugs in a natural rabbit environment. And someone would come along and try to deprive him of his life or his liberty or his foot or something of this kind, then he fought back, and that made him a personable character.
Not a bad trick, Doc.
We felt the reasons are important, and I think they're justified when you think that Bugs seems to be liked by people, not as a wise ass, but as a nice character who's defending his rights.
How do you like that?
If Chuck Jones was Bugs' analyst, then director Friz Freleng was his agent. Friz had Bugs working with some of the biggest names in Hollywood.
We had to remind each other that what Bugs really was. So in the exchange of our thoughts and storyboarding, we worked together on storyboards, we would remind each other to get back on the track what Bugs really was.
Friz found that Bugs really was a song and dance man. He could dance like a stair.
She's just a sweet little lady.
Out sing bing. And who do you think made Vladimir Horowitz quit for 12 years? Thanks to both Friz and Chuck, Bugs found himself. Things didn't slow down any, but there was now a method to the madness. Even in this hair-raising adventure, directed by Chuck Jones. Bugs always got along with his co-stars. But sometimes his directors didn't. Friz Freleng thought Elmer Fudd was an idiot. So Friz created a new co-star for Bugs.
Yosemite Sam, toughest guy that ever shot a gumdrop.
Here's the first time the varmint and the hombre slapped leather together.
Coming up, Natasha Richardson stars as one of the most outrageous and influential figures of the Roaring 20s, Zelda, a TNT original. Then Susan Blakely recruits Eddie Albert as her football coach when she forms the Oklahoma City Dolls. TNT looks good in shoulder pads tonight.
It's 1954 at the University of Milan, and a young man gets a C in mathematics, which causes him to lose his scholarship and take up sidewalk drawing, which spawns a worldwide movement in art that inspires a burgeoning painter, which leads to the opening at the museum that caused the traffic jam that's making you late for work. With all that can go wrong in your day, isn't it nice to know you can depend on your Honda Civic?
6 wheels to burn up the road. Scorcher 6x6, incredibly hot. Radio control, rechargeable 9.6V turbo power. Scorcher 9.6V and 6V jet turbo. Battery pack required, each sold separately. Tyco RC, maximum heat.
Here's another fashion flag for Fashion Magic. Make real fashion jewelry for real hot looks. Rings that pop are crazy cool. Make bracelets sparkle with Fashion Magic. That's all for now.
Fashion Magic makes real jewelry. 6 sets sold separately.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dreadful, and this is the Dr. Dreadful Food Lab. Makes lots of gross things, and then you eat them. Dr. Dreadful's monster skin. Care for a tasty tarantula, fly, cockroach? You can make swarms. And now magic powder, stir, and... monster brains! Fruity. The Dr. Dreadful Food Lab makes gross things again and again. It's totally dreadful!
The new radio control Python with rechargeable 6V jet turbo speed and a radio control surprise that they'll never expect. 6V jet turbo Python. Battery pack required, each sold separately. Tyco RC, maximum heat.
I love my newborn Nancy. She needs some help from me.
She's really sucking her thumb.
Bottle thumb or pacifier. She loves all three. I care for my newborn Nancy, 'cause that's what mommies do.
See how it was done. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Special TNT edition, Saturday, November 19th.
These drapes are shut. I need a new look.
Rada Custom Decorating has new window fashions from Hunter Douglas, including silhouette soft shades and room darkening bonsoir. Save big during our Hunter Douglas sale and get the services of a decorator in your home. Free features, too. Get Hunter Douglas soft shades in time for the holidays. Call Rada Custom Decorating today.
Help me, Rada, decorate my home.
This week, join John's in Battleground for another tent sale.
Hold on. John's can't have a tent sale this time of year. It's a warehouse sale.
Okay, a warehouse sale with low prices and quality shoes, boots, and clothes for the whole family, like at John's Tent Sales.
But in a warehouse.
But in a warehouse, behind John's in the Eagles Hall, this Wednesday through Sunday. Don't miss this spectacular sale.
Warehouse sale.
Okay, warehouse sale. John's warehouse sale. We know now.
Well, I certainly hope so.
Don't miss it.
And now back to the TNT original, What's Up, Doc?
Bugs Bunny cartoons are as much fun to hear as they are to watch. That's all because of Treg Brown and Carl Stalling. Carl was Bugs's musical director, a walking encyclopedia of music, always a tune going through his head. No matter what Bugs got himself into, Carl could always capture the mood. Carl also kept an ear out for songs from Warner's big movies, one suited for Bugs's tenored tonsils.
A kiss is still a kiss, shine, just a shine. Time goes by.
The same 50-piece orchestra that played for Bogey, Cagney, and all the Warner stars also played for Bugs, under Carl's baton. While Carl was conducting, Cutter Treg Brown was usually working on an inspiration of his own. Treg added the sound effects to Bugs' cartoons. They weren't necessarily accurate.
Uh-oh, the telephone.
But they were always unique. Treg liked making sounds you don't hear in real life, but sort of wish you did. Sounds like the enchanting Zerp.
Now don't go away.
The ever-popular fwee for fwee fwee fwee.
You chubby little rascal.
And the haunting hubbada hubbada. Thanks to Treg and Carl, you can tell a Warner's cartoon just by listening to it. Of course, there's that one sound that stands out above all the rest. That's the twang that kicks off every Bugs Bunny cartoon. Keep your ears open for the audio art of Carl Stalling and Treg Brown in this 1944 cartoon, Little Red Riding Rabbit.
We will return to the TNT original What's Up, Doc in a moment.
The greatest Christmas cartoon ever, The Grinch. TNT shows you how it was done with host Phil Hartman.
Only on TNT.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas, special TNT edition, premieres Saturday, November 19th.
What do you want from a high-powered blaster?
Balls! More balls! Thunder Strike 20 rapid-fire shots. No waiting, no pumping.
Balls! More balls! Thunder Strike 20, only from Tyco. Batteries not included.
This is Fred. Fred's got fleas.
Please on Fred.
I'm shaking. I'm itching. Help me, please.
Please on Fred.
Get all your fleas in your flea bag first, and...
Please on Fred.
Batteries not included from Tyco.
Triple Wheels, the radio control car with a triple wheel design that lets you race flat out, upside down, or even go vertical. Rechargeable 6-speed jet turbo speed. New Triple Wheels. Battery pack required, sold separately. Tyco RC, maximum heat.
Here's another fashion flash for Fashion Magic. Make real fashion jewelry and make waves. Do the ring thing. Turn a backpack into a fashion pack with Fashion Magic. See you next time.
Fashion Magic makes real jewelry. 6 sets sold separately.
The new radio-controlled Python with rechargeable 6-speed jet turbo speed and a radio-controlled surprise that they'll never expect. 6-speed jet turbo Python. Battery pack required, each sold separately. Tyco RC, maximum heat.
I love my newborn Nancy. She needs some help from me.
She's really sucking her thumb.
Bottle thumb or pacifier. She loves all three. I care for my newborn Nancy, 'cause that's what mommies do.
2 extreme racers slingshot around the sun, slamming into star speed and your extreme racing, where speed is a must and gravity is optional. On the wall, extreme racing puts you in a high-speed intergalactic race. 2 extreme racers blast from Space Station 9 at full speed, gun it through the loop, but ease into those plasma curves or lose control. Be first through the satellites and you win. Gravity-defying competition on the wall, extreme electric racing, new from Tyco.
See how it was done. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, special TNT edition, Saturday, November 19th.
A reminder from your Carrier Select dealers. The monsoon season is upon us, so you'd be wise to invest in a 92% fuel-efficient heating system from Carrier. You could save up to 30% on your heating bills and get $300 in savings bonds until the temperature goes down to 32 degrees. Now, isn't that a comforting thought? So see your local Carrier Select dealer about investing in a 92% fuel-efficient heating system. See your local department store about investing in a good bumbershoot.
Now back to the TNT original, What's Up, Doc?
No matter how old he gets, Bugs Bunny is never at a loss for words.
Where's that rabbit?
What's up, prunefish?
That's all thanks to these guys. Writers like Mike Maltese, Ted Pierce, and Warren Foster. They didn't work much with typewriters. They drew their ideas. Sometimes they'd even appear in a picture. In silhouette, anyway.
Sit down. Sit down.
When the Bunny's bon mots were ready, the writers gave them to the man of 1,000 voices, Mel Blanc.
How do you do? How do you do? How do you do? I'm pleased to make her acquaintance. Hello.
Mel started at Warner's in 1937 as the drunken front end of a bull.
This is fine stuff.
Mel went on to do the voices for most of Warner's cartoon characters. Bugs was his favorite. However, there was one habit of the rabbit that drove him nuts.
Mel is in effect allergic to carrots. And so when he would record the voice, he'd take the bite on the carrot and he'd say, and he'd chew and he'd talk. We would have to have a big tub there. So the minute he finished the line, he'd go, spit it all out.
The cartoon characters really became part of Mel. One exception was Elmer Fudd. His voice belonged to radio actor Arthur Q. Bryan.
I used to be a goldfish swallower, but now I'm a racehorse trout. I went to the Derby in 1940.
In 4 of Bugs's early cartoons, Elmer was even modeled after the portly Bryan. People love Bugs for his fearless wit.
Just like Gary Cooper, huh?
And because he always says just what's on his mind.
Gosh, ain't I a stinker?
It's hard to imagine anyone putting words in his mouth. But that's exactly what his writers and Mel Blanc have done for over 50 years. Most of the voices in Bugs's cartoons belong to Mel Blanc. But in Robert McKimson's 1948 Gorilla My Dreams, Mel's the entire jungle. Bugs has always had a great respect for writers. In fact, 2 of his own, Mike Maltese and Ted Pierce, were models for his co-stars in Wackiki Wabbit. They even supplied the voices. And from the looks of it, they could have been another Abbott and Costello.
Nuka Apua Island. Yorana, Ahatera, Otetare, Inoroha, Motoraha, Iokai Wahine,
Well, thanks. Gee, did you say that?
And we found a new The back, please, the back. You're cute too, Doc.
We're gonna have roast rabbit! We're gonna have roast rabbit! We're gonna have roast rabbit!
We're gonna have roast rabbit! We're gonna have roast... Ooh. No, you don't. Pull a knife on me, would you? Why, you. One false move out of you and I'll...
A ship! We're saved! Hooray! We're saved! We're going on a boat! We're going on a boat!
One more year! Have a nice trip, fellas. Farewell! Hurry aboard! Don't forget to write! So long! I'll see you next time! Bye! Goodbye! Enjoy yourself! One way! Farewell!
Forget to ride! Farewell! Bon voyage!
We will return to the TNT original What's Up, Doc in a moment.
What am I doing here with you?
Your brother, it's your genetic obligation to help me.
Right. So, the Grand Dam has a 150 horsepower engine, standard.
Oh, it is a blast to drive, and the balance shaft makes it smooth as silk.
Standard airbag and anti-lock brakes, exactly.
You know the Grand Am costs thousands less than the Accord or the Camry?
Really?
Yep, I researched it.
Well, you've made a smart choice.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what am I doing here?
You're helping me pick out a color.
Color. Yeah.
6 wheels to burn up the road. Scorcher 6x6, incredibly hot. Radio control, rechargeable 9.6V turbo power. Scorcher 9.6V and 6V jet turbo. Battery pack required, each sold separately. Tyco's RC, maximum heat.
Here's another fashion flag for Fashion Magic. Make real fashion jewelry and make waves. Do the ring thing. Turn a backpack into a fashion pack with Fashion Magic. See you next time.
Fashion Magic makes real jewelry. 6 sets sold separately.
Ha-ha! Hi, Dr. Dreadful here. And this is the Dr. Dreadful Drink Lab. Makes lots of gross things that taste great. Magic liquid and care for a putrid potion?
Tasty.
Here, have a squirmy worm. Now Dr. Dreadful's grossest goodies.
Monster Wars.
Excellent. The Dr. Dreadful Drink Lab makes gobs of gross things again and again. Batteries not included. It's totally dreadful.
It's beautiful. The Talking Family Dollhouse.
I'm home. Hi, Mom. Let's watch cartoons.
Hey, Tom. The Talking Family Dollhouse.
The family says hundreds of things, and their conversations change when you move them onto different magic discs.
Hi, Jen. Let's play with Baby.
Okay, Daddy.
There's so much to play with in the Talking Family Dollhouse.
Telephone. Be right there.
The new Talking Family Dollhouse comes complete with talking family and furniture. Batteries not included.
What do you want from a high-powered blaster?
Ball. More ball. Thunder strike 20 rapid-fire shots. No waiting, no poking.
Balls, more balls. Thunder Strike 20, only from Tyco. Batteries not included.
I love my newborn Nancy. She needs some help from me.
She's really sucking her thumb.
Bottle thumb or pacifier. She loves all three. I care for my newborn Nancy, 'cause that's what mommies do.
Weekdays on TNT. 30 minutes into the future, 5 times a week. The Jetsons, weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on TNT2. And now back to the TNT original, What's Up, Doc?
It's hard to believe half a century has passed since Bugs joined Warner's cartoon staff. Together, they created something that is universally loved and timeless. Their fun became some of the best times of our lives. It's anyone's guess where the next 50 years will take Bugs. But as long as he keeps making that wrong turn at Albuquerque, our laughter will never be far behind.
And that's the end. Someone's rocking my dreamboat. Someone's invading my dreams. We were sailing along, peaceful and calm. Suddenly something went wrong. Someone's rocking my dreamboat. Someone's invading my dreams. We were sailing along, peaceful and calm. Suddenly something went wrong. Someone's rocking my dreamboat. Someone's invading my dreams. But with love as my guide, I'll follow the tide. I'll keep sailing till I find you.